Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with an absolute legend. What's going on, Bane? How are you doing?
I'm fantastic, man. I'm so pumped to be here.
Dude, you really missed my fist bump, huh?
Oh, shit. I got that one. I punched the microphone, but
you punched the microphone, but you don't fist bump me, bro. I see how it is.
Right,
I see how
right.
it is.
It takes a special person to get a fist bump from me.
All right, fair enough, fair. Nah, but I want to first ask you, right? Yesterday I saw a tweet. Fight news coming up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You want to talk about it? So you said, so I saw you said you have fight news, and then I saw responding underneath the comment was October. Okay. If I'm adding 2 and 2 together, right? Is it gonna be on the Misfits pay-per-view in the U.S. or?
It won't be. It's going to be something I have not done before. It's the scariest type of combat sports I think on the market. And the fact that I get the opportunity to engage with it is, it's going to be great, but it's very scary, and it's not something I've done before.
Wow. Okay. I'm very excited for that. What could you possibly give any hints on who it might be at the end of the day of at the end of the day, who might be that you're going against in October?
It's a fellow media person. That has fought before, but that's all I can give.
Fair enough. And one thing I kind of want to ask, right? This is kind of I was just curious about this, right? About the karate combat situation. You and Most, you kind of vocalized about how if he wants redemption at the end of the day, he has to go against someone like you. Does he kind of earn your respect after the whole fight at the end of the day?
I think the result didn't matter for Most Wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It was making the walk. There was so much criticism in Nashville when he pulled out of the main event 5 minutes beforehand. So the way that I looked at it was he could go in there, and if I knocked him out in the first punch, to me, he still gets a part of that redemption back. So I don't know. I know he went and just TKO'd somebody the last couple of weeks, so he's well on his way. And if we want to run it back on Misfits, I wouldn't mind entertaining. I know he wants it back, and if someone wants to pay enough, and they're stupid enough to pay enough for that rematch, then yeah, why not?
Fair enough. And one thing you kind of mentioned about going into another media person, right? I remember one thing you told me on your online interview, or on my online interview, I should say, was that your journey, how you kind of were fired from a lot of media outlets, and now that you are, hold on. I guess trust me, I'm getting to the question here, right? You got fired from a lot of media outlets, but now that you're hired by Misfits to do the Misfits media and Misfits news, etc., right? I kind of want to kind of grasp throughout the whole journey that how should I say I want to say grateful. How grateful I want to say that you kind of finally have something stable, something I feel like you do enjoy in the Misfits and doing the Misfits news, media, etc.
I'm grateful for all of it. I think that there's a level of appreciation I have for the failures that's different, but in the same playing field as all the successes. I wouldn't be who I am today without those instances of me getting fired. But with Misfits, it's a fantastic home. I think DAZN's a great streaming service, and I truly hope to just keep deepening my roots, with them, because there's a lot of different combat sports promotions, but as well as other sports events that are on this platform. So I'd like to expand my horizons as much as possible, and I think DAZN is the place to do that.
For sure, it just got shady out of nowhere, but it's great. I need it. But just a couple more things, right? With all the guests that you've had on the Misfits news, right? Yeah. What is one that kind of stuck out to you? When you kind of get to interview them, get to know them a little bit more. I just want to say, because I feel like with some people, there's always something that kind of sticks to them with a particular person. What is that for you?
It's interesting. I'll give 2 answers, and to everyone that's come on Misfits news, incredibly big thank you to them. The Hawanis, the Demetrius Johnsons, it's crazy what Biel and I have been able to do with that show. But the 2 people that I really enjoyed having on, Danny Aarons, who is just salt of the earth, what a genuine guy. I don't want to say I'm surprised by how nice he is, because that implies that I felt like he wasn't nice at one point. Yeah. I didn't know him, but I'm just always blown away whenever I chat with him that he's just such a great dude. And then the other one's Luke Thomas, who is an unreal combat sports analyst. Luke's been there and done that with pretty much anything in the world of combat sports, and his mind is just so incredible. I get the chance to be around high IQ guys, and it always blows me away at how stupid I am. Anytime I talk to Luke Thomas, the vocabulary he uses, I'm just like, man, I'm fucking dumb. No, but I always love talking to him.
For sure. Actually, I just thought of another one right here, right? I feel like whenever I see you commentate, right, you always have a lot of charisma, a lot of energy. It seems like animated is what people say whenever you commentate, right? Where does that kind of come through? Where does that kind of come from? Especially when you're a few hours into an event. I just want to say, the kind of the energy that we kind of see throughout the whenever you see you commentate.
I grew up in acting. I grew up doing theater, musicals, and so my performance is very informed from that. You know, I want to bring in excitement, and I want to bring in my passion, because if I'm not passionate, if I'm not energized, then the viewer wouldn't be. And sometimes I might overdo it. Sometimes I have too much energy, and it's for me, I'm trying to figure out the timing and the place of that energy. That's I'm still learning, but you know, I will always be having a great time. I will always be giving 110% because it means so much that someone's sitting down and watching whatever, you know, I'm a part of or doing, you know, again, not for me necessarily, but like the fact that that's their time. It's finite. I got to help make the most of it if I'm a part of it.
Dude, for sure, man. And then one last thing, right? Obviously, Misfits 16 this Saturday, right? You got any hot takes for this upcoming event or any? I want to say, like, you know, your thoughts, hot takes on, you know, Misfits 16.
Man, it's tough that we've had so much change to this event, right? Waleed Shark's getting injured, and several other changes that we've experienced. But the main event, I think FaZe Temper and Josh Bruckner is going to be a barn burner. I think the BJ Flores trained Bruckner is going to be very different than what we've seen, right, with the Salt Poppy fight and you know, the Chase to Moore one. So I don't think that's going to be the Bruckner that we get. We're going to get a very different version, and I'm just excited to see if FaZe Temper has it in him to beat that renewed beast. So I'm excited for it. I can't wait to call it. I'm going to be doing play-by-play and master of ceremonies all night long, so you won't get rid of me, unfortunately, if you don't like me.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, listen, I just want to say before I wrap up this interview, right? Currently, 7 subs away for 1,000 subscribers, right? Please hit the subscribe button.
Unsubbing. Do not fucking sub him to him. Let's get him to 1. Like 900 subscribers.
No, honestly, at this point, no. I appreciate you coming.